When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona, in the stadium where they bear down for the Arizona Wildcats. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week.
Yeah.
And the Wildcats have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Penn State's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes for the first time as the starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. And there's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back in Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either, Dave.
No, it's crazy, and that was not open.
His first pass goes for a touchdown. His first pass goes for a touchdown. What's up? What's up?
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before, and there was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Freshman's first pass goes for a touchdown.
Whoa, getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Arizona's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's chat a little big picture Arizona. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They'll line up for a second down play. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Right on the money. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5.
I can't believe it.
They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's talk a little about Arizona. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Arizona runs out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Was looking for more running room and found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He'll pull it on the read. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Yeah, and you see him creeping the running backs out in the flat, and right there, he slips him out to the right, gets him the football quickly. But this defense, man, I'll tell you what, you talk about speed, seeing things, reacting, and going and getting them on the ground. Really nice job.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
Got the 1st down. Looking for more. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a 1st down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. That's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch point.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to catch. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the 1st quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field, or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. The returner will field it and bring it back. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Final play of the quarter coming.
Oh, this is a guy out of the corner with safety.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Yeah, 14, he was a strong safety out of the corner. He was a beast strong safety.
After the incompletion,
But
they go back up top.
Nope.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Penn State is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Swings it out to his running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
He wants to throw it again. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield.
Come on.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Got it in the middle. It's Francis. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. Stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Caught in the backfield. It's Gentry. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I...
Breaks into the open.
He's
brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it. It's Wade. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Here's a heat. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Quickly out to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Should have been a pick.
They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in.
Nope. It's picked off and another empty drive.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
The give to the back. Taking it the other way. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. It's him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He'll set up to throw. Got a man.
Come on.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback sneaks ahead. Sneaks it in.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
True freshman showing out.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Finds a crease at the 20.
Come on, where's the Superman dive?
Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Wildcats will hustle to the line. To the air on second down. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Wildcats line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Adams. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Timeout, Arizona. And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half.
Are you kidding me? I thought it hit stick.
Defenders get an assist on that tackle. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
That was really good hit power, too.
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Arizona runs out the punt team. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. The Nittany Lions are back to work on offense now. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with him.
There he goes. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Wade. Looking for room at the 40. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. They'll immediately call timeout. One more snap coming before halftime.
Oh, that's my work.
Looking to throw on first down.
Holy hell.
Touchdown, State.
This boy's on fire.
And that is exactly what they got.
This boy is on fire.
Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Yeah. This offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Arizona Stadium.
Boom. I don't know how he didn't get like this right there. Like, he should have laid it out.
We're just about ready to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the field. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And man, the tight end just hasn't been a factor all game. No catches. Finally find an opportunity to try to get him open, throw him the football, and the connection still doesn't work. Something about this quarterback-tight end connection today just hadn't been on the same page.
They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Slippery slide. Found his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And this offense is clear. We're not done. We got the lead, but we're going to come out in this second half, and we're going to be explosive, create some big plays, and they do. On the first drive, setting the tone, saying we are going absolutely nowhere.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. A quick pass to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up, because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to run it. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The running back has it. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Wade. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to take a shot on second and short. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Got me that time.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Complete on the comeback. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Wildcats have a lot of options on second and inches. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down. This offensive line...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Arizona runs out the punt team.
God, man.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. From the gun, running back on the move. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Francis. Lots of room to run. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Penn State.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
No.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Setting up the screen, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Ready to cut one loose. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brooks. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to take off. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And he's not done, man. This QB is on a heater. He's already thrown 5 touchdown passes. And here we are late in the game, and he's still taking shots. When you're in a rhythm like that, you feel like any time the ball leaves your fingers, it's landing in your receiver's hands. And oftentimes for this guy today, it's been for touchdowns.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Starts the drive trying to go up top. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On the ground, it's Brooks. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man quick.
Okay, we're going to cancel that.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines.
And he's all bottled up, and now
Oh my God!
the ball's loose. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself from rear end chewing.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Arizona runs out the punt team. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself.
He lobs one high down the left side. Catch inside the 25. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Florida State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Got his man. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Here's the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow at 2nd and 7.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man? Putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
At least with this secondary.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. So now it's 2nd and long. Rides to the back. Runs through the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Trying to pick up a first down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Hit as he throws.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He's going to get
He got one. He got one. Ha ha. I did it.
Touchdown.
Honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
After this, I gotta get all my stuff ready.
Arizona 0.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Hold and finds his man on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20.
Oh, my God.
On target to the left. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for offense here. Arizona comes out with another first down. To the ground with the back. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They've already converted a couple of times on this drive. Now 1st and 10 from their own 39. They're going to ride this running back. Turning it on. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the ground, it's Brooks. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been...
Oh, he found a space on the right. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Find some fresh air. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. And some room to work. He's loose. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Here's the return from inside his 10.
Game.
They stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal.